Welcome to day 15 of the Murphy Challenge and 7 Steps to Quit. We want to be sure to remind you to follow us on our Facebook page. Our group is called 7 Steps to Quit. Also follow us on Instagram as well as Facebook and Twitter. Today, while we're working out, we're going to talk more about some additional foods that can naturally boost your testosterone levels. The idea is to do this 30 days in a row, but I haven't been able to do it because I injured my back. You may not be able to do it 30 days in a row, but you want to get 30 days as close to in a row as you can. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I'm thankful that I'm able to continue going. Right now, I'm just halfway through, and I'm wondering if I'm just fatigued from doing it in general, or I'm just having a bad day, because it's possible to have both. But we definitely want to try to stay as focused as you can. I'm getting ready to do the rest of these right now, but I also ran across another list from a different source of different foods that help to boost testosterone and may help you with naturally having more energy to do this. I want you to check this out as we get ready to finish up the last 5 of these Murphy Challenge calisthenics. Let's take a look at a couple of items that you wouldn't think would have such a powerful impact on our testosterone and fitness levels, but indeed they do in a natural way. Once again, topping the list, and this particular set of research material, ginger is at the top of the list. Ginger reportedly has the benefit of raising testosterone levels. Now, ginger also has various other and numerous other benefits, particularly dealing with digestion. And ginger, indeed, according to lab tests we've been researching, could have the ability to increase testosterone levels in a very natural manner. So it's not a bad thing to add ginger to your list, particularly helpful to add it to your after-workout smoothies. Another food, or we could say nutrient in this case, that would be very beneficial to add or to augment your diet with is vitamin D. Now, believe it or not, 42% of the population is deficient in vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is in almost every cell of our bodies, including our reproductive organs. And of course, that lends its way right over towards the area of great concern with testosterone, but it also helps with fertility in women as well. Now, one of the most healthy ways for us to actually create vitamin D in our system is to go outside and just simply be in the sun. It doesn't require any eating of any particular vegetable or fruit, although we have vitamin D in various ones. But it's really soaking it through the sun is one of the easiest and best ways to create the opportunity for more vitamin D. And then, of course, it can be augmented by supplementation as well. Cruciferous vegetables. These vegetables are beneficial in a whole array of reasons, but they include things like cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, green leafy vegetables. Now, they're great for vitamin A. They're great for protein, because a lot of folks wonder, well, if you're on a vegan or a plant-based diet, where do you get your protein? You can get them straight from green leafy vegetables. But did you know that it actually helps to increase your testosterone levels as well? Brussels sprouts, cruciferous vegetables, or, one day I'll learn how to say that right. Cruciferous vegetables are not only full of healthy nutrients, but as of right now, we're learning that these foods help with less testosterone being changed over to estrogen. Now, that's the pathway in which they fall. So it really deals with estrogen inhibiting the LH and FSH secretions, which affects the GnRH antagonist. Bottom line is that when you prevent more of testosterone from changing over into estrogen, which can be a natural occurrence in our bodies, you begin to augment or enhance the level of testosterone in our system. Once again, pomegranate makes the cut for beneficial in producing testosterone and providing numerous other benefits. Pomegranates are full of powerful antioxidants, such as polyphenols, and that they can actually improve fertility. They are full of these powerful antioxidants, and they literally have a direct impact on your testosterone levels. Sorghum, which is something I really don't know much about, but I'm learning more as we go along here. This could be a grain that could be very helpful, and it can be found in a lot of health food stores. So the studies that we're starting to come across is indicating that sorghum added to your diet can really help you with augmenting your testosterone levels and lowering your estrogen levels in your system. Now, this next item is not actually a food, but actually a beverage. Believe it or not, coffee can help with raising your testosterone levels. We're talking about black coffee without milk, without sugar, because sugar lowers your testosterone levels. But coffee has been known to help increase your testosterone levels, and also because of the caffeine that's associated with it, it also enhances your performance levels, so it also gives you a boost of energy so that your workouts can be even more effective, particularly if you take coffee on an empty stomach just before a workout. And it'll also aid with utilizing fat cells. Another item that most people are not aware of are onions can actually play a big role in increasing your testosterone levels. Now, particularly red onions seem to be even more effective. One thing we've learned about in nature is that the more colorful a vegetable is, the more it tends to have even more nutrients and benefits for our bodies on a steady basis. This particular white item, even though it's colored white, it's actually been showing some promising studies and research indicating that it's going to boost your testosterone levels by inhibiting aromatase, and that's done with white button mushrooms. What this is supposed to do is converting testosterone to estrogen that happens. Well, it inhibits that conversion from happening. So we're talking about maintaining your testosterone. It's not necessarily raising testosterone, but it's maintaining the testosterone that you have in your system so that it doesn't break down and become more estrogen. Now, with the white button mushrooms, to be honest, this has been an experiment that's been more concentrated in dealing with rats or mice in experimentation. But keep in mind that we often use mice experiments and experiments and examinations to determine whether it's effective in human beings because our systems are very similar. Yeah, it feels like I'm having a bad day today. I'm feeling sore, my forearms here. And my mind ain't quite made up on it, you know. This is definitely mental. Your mind is going to want you to quit. And I get that. Try to press through those bad days, because once you get through a bad day, you feel very good about yourself if you get through that bad day. I got only 4 more left to go, but it feels like, you know, everything's pulling, you know, and everything's tight. And, you know, coming up with excuses in your head, but you got to press through it. So don't negotiate with yourself. Don't say, well, I'll get more tomorrow, I'll make it up. No, do it here, do it now, do it when you planned it. You know, if you fail, you know, fail while you're doing it. Don't fail by quitting. And if you fail while you're doing it, get up and finish it up when you catch your breath. Here's the irony of it. Take a look at the time that I spent. It felt like I was going slow and that I was losing time. And turns out I really finished at the same time I typically would. Finish in 1 hour and 6 minutes, including both runs and everything. All of the nutrition and the stretching, the yoga and all that kind of stuff, even with all that type of stuff, man, this is not easy. I want to be honest with you now, because I injured myself. I had to take a couple of days off and come back. And I want to encourage you to do all 30 days. But if you can't do all of them in a row, don't think that you failed. And take a day a break if you really have to, because you don't want to injure yourself, but you want to definitely do all 30 days. And we're only halfway through this thing. And it's getting to me. I'm starting to understand the importance of rest. When you lift weights, you know, and they say take a day of rest for this body part and that body part, I'm really starting to see and appreciate what that day of rest really means to give your body a chance to recover, because trying to do this straight in a row becomes, I think, mentally exhausting, but it is physically exhausting. And I'm taxing, I'm getting some different types of pains in my forearm and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, we're at the halfway point, and, you know, we're going to finish it. Lord willing, we're going to finish it. But as you're going along on this trip with me, I want to encourage you to listen to your body, okay? Eat these things that are going to help you get stronger, because that plant-based diet does make a difference. But listen to your body. Pay attention to what it's telling you. And then don't be afraid to push it, but don't injure it. Well, we're at the halfway point, and we've added a couple of wrinkles, and we continue to share some additional information. Be sure you share this series of videos with anybody that you think could be encouraged by it. Remember, it's more than just about exercise. It's about eating right, sleeping right, and trying to create a right schedule on a day-to-day basis, something we all struggle with.